Anyway, watch this. Will you affirm this person's chosen species?
Well,
Daily reminder, you get to define what masculinity and femininity are for yourself. Don't let society dictate your gender expression.
Where's that tail going?
That's a dude.
I don't want to
It's
know.
like it's attached to
Swear
it,
that's a
but-
dude.
Right there. There you
I
go,
don't want to
Tom.
know.
That's a
I don't
dude.
know if it's a dude or not.
We deep dived it for you. That's a dude. Will you be affirming this person's chosen species?
Yeah, now get the out. Oh,
This
sorry.
is why I need to bring back
The
bullying.
answer is no.
Yes.
That's it.
Bring back bullying.
Now, this is really funny. Look at this. So Tim Pool posted this. So this is a trans member of Congress introduced as the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride. Based.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. When I was elected, I
Oh, suck a dick. I'm sure you want to. Yeah, it's
Voice.
so beautiful.
No.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you.
I've been a woman now for pert near 3 years. Oh my God.
Here's some rules for how you're supposed to engage in a Mexican restaurant. I have some meltdowns this week. I have a couple left over from last week
Like
that we didn't
calling
get to go
ICE.
through.
Listen, if I pull up to the Mexican restaurant and I see a truck, because let's face it, it's going to be a truck, with a Trump bumper sticker, you're getting keyed.
That's a good way to get the shit kicked out of you too, by the way. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna do that or anything, but if someone
if
catches
somebody
you,
was doing that shit.
if I caught you keying my car, I don't care what
I'm
gender
booting
you
your
are.
ass.
I'm gonna see red, and I think most sensible people would, even because you're with their car. You go key a car, you find out what happens real fast. I mean, this is a really good case of look around and find out.
Just like Travolta said in Pulp Fiction, you just don't with another man's automobile. I don't care.
Yeah, you don't do it. You don't with someone's automobile. I agree. I've never with someone's car ever. I think that's some low shit.
It's also funny
Low
how these
shit.
people fought for, like, you know, January 6th and like stuff like that, and what they were saying about that, and how the violence, blah 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 blah. And now they're going and basically saying that they're going to commit acts of violence. You know, they're
And I don't even
insurrections and
I don't
shit,
even
yeah.
think this person's really going to do any of this. This is just talking
No,
online.
it's the same as that person saying "step to me." It's like, all right, I'll step to you. What are you
Well,
now going to do?
Flash, you're right. 99% of them are just all talk, but that's the problem is
Yeah.
there's that 1% or 2% now that aren't, right?
If somebody's going to get encouraged and, you know, around and find out you're going to do that, and somebody's going to come out and they're going to see you with their ride, and that's you can get shot doing some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially in
Pretty much,
America, man. You don't even
Well-
know who's carrying a gun.
Trump is already 2-0, so your odds are not good if you're going to go after him. And if you start going after regular people, that's just not going to turn out well for long.
Did you know the Doge Twitter account already has 3.4 million followers?
Yeah, I followed that account immediately when he first made it.
That's insane.
Well, not only that, did you see that they planned a big like insurrection of their own on all the state capitals this last week? And a bunch
that
of them
doesn't
ended up getting arrested. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
I think Michigan was one of them they ended up busting into. They tried to do one down here in Wisconsin, but I don't think they got in.
Here, I got something for us, Flash.
Well, I
Something
gotta-
to break.
I gotta go
it
back to
better
the one
be
'cause I wanna
naked and
finish
it better
it.
be female.
Something to just break it up a little bit.
Holy shit,
Oh,
it's
that's
Mario.
awesome.
No, it's little Mario. He's not. He got to eat that
He
mushroom.
hasn't got his mushroom yet. Yeah.
That's Jumpman.
There you go.
Let's watch this one. Here we go. No, where's the one I was playing? Oh, here we go. Watch this. Yeah, it back in. This is funny.
Today
She
I'm going
looks
to be
normal.
reading the Communist.
She is normal. Watch this.
Today I'm going
Just
to
say
be
she looks
reading the
normal.
Communist.
Come on! You can't talk over this one because you're going to ruin the joke.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to be reading the Communist Manifesto with my retainers in. Why'd you keep watching, huh? You a commie? You a dirty, filthy red? You. You're not gonna take my land. You're gonna take my guns for my resources and stop leeching off of society and other people. You disgust me. Today I'm going to be reading the...
Nice.
That's good.
She got me. I thought she was really going to do it. And then that part. Look at our border, our beautiful border. It's our beautiful border here, protected. Look at this shit.
We built a border wall out of troops. We decided that the steel wasn't just going to do it. We decided to build a wall and put the troops in as the pillars of the wall.
Look at that. We got four-wheelers ready to go.
That was my shitty Trump impression. There you go.
The best part is, Rhinos, a bunch of them are their troops. They shipped a bunch up to help
10,000. 10,000.
Yeah, that's what happens when you basically mark the cartel as terrorist group.
Yeah, we bombed. We need to start bombing out of those cartels now.
Well, they've
And
gotten away
somebody
with
was
shit
like,
for
"Well,
too
what
long."
about the innocent people that work there?" And that reminded me immediately of that Clerks Star Wars Death Star argument. It's like, well, if you're a plumber on the Death Star, you know, you're kind of a casualty of war, right?
I mean, it's not like they're going to start bombing a bunch of restaurants and shit. It's they're going to go after the.
Yeah.
It's like you work for the drug dealers. Guess what's going to happen?
Maybe you shouldn't be working that drug dealer cartels complex, you know?
Or actually, it's worse than that anymore. It's more like human trafficking and other things like
Yeah.
that are worse. Well, that's the problem. The reason they've gotten so powerful and strong is because they worked with our CIA and all that shit for how long, and they just let them get away with shit.
Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera.
That was a real thing that happened. They just put its head on.
Yeah.
I love this, man. I think all this has been fantastic. I hope the Department of Education gets shut down next. He's already talking about doing it. That one I'm wondering if he's going to run into a roadblock on. But the Department of Education has done nothing good. Like, education in this country has gotten worse because of the education department. It should not be federally ran. So I think he's doing a good job there. You can see, go like this chart. I wish I had bookmarked it, but you'd see like when the Department of Education like came into existence and the education of our children. It's awful. Like, it just got worse the moment that the federal government took over.
Yeah.
Is that surprising? You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. It's the same thing here.
I mean, we've got kids that can't even read, but they sure do know that some women can have penises.
Yeah.
Like, that's more important than math.
I
can't do long division, but I can tell you each of the 73 genders.
And pinpoint microaggressions.
Yeah.
But they can't do, any addition or multiplication or anything like that.
Going to be a lot of lawsuits, but it's going to take time to get through those because of Trump's log jamming. I think that's the term for it, because he's just cranking out executive orders left and right. What do they focus on? Which is the point of what he's doing. And I think that's great. By the way, I would love to watch this anime.
People are saying they should make a Bad Boys like cop show, but it's just ICE deporting people. They'd have insane ratings.
The lead is just Holman. What's his name? That Holman guy? Just busting down doors.
Oh, Tom Holman?
Tom Holman. Yeah, that's the one.
He's great. Remember that clip where he's like, of course you can keep families together. You deport them together.
Together. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I love it. There was one they turned it into like the Chad meme. So this is the mayor of Chicago. Listen to this. And Chicago's a shithole now, by the way. I don't live that far from Chicago and used to go there all the time. I don't go there that much anymore because it's just become a complete shithole. And it's really sad because 15 years ago, Chicago was actually kind of nice. I mean, a lot nicer than it is now.
Tom Holman showed up in Chicago and within 24 hours found a convicted sex offender who has been living in our city since 2009, flouting the sex offender registry. If he can do this, why can't you?
Because that's their job. That is their job. The federal
Your
government
job's not to keep
has
the
a
people of Chicago
responsibility
safe?
to make sure that individuals who are undocumented, who have been charged with, convicted of a crime, it is the federal government's responsibility to do their part and uphold the law. Our local police department, along with our public health department, along with our other sister agencies, are working to build a better, stronger, safer Chicago. And as we've stated repeatedly, those critical investments, you continue to see the results of those investments.
You mean it's the job of the people that you're literally calling racist and all that shit for doing their job?
He does. Let me pull up this clip of him where he's like, yeah, here it is right here.
It's removing all responsibility, pointing the finger.
Watch this.
Tragedy.
But here's what I'm getting at. This oversight committee, of all the things that they want to have sight over, they should look at the White House right now. That White House is being ran in one of the most raggedy forms of government that I've ever seen. If anybody is questioning whether or not what our country would look like had the Confederacy won, there should be no question now. They want us to be afraid. Do not be afraid, Chicago.
Oh, trust me, if that would have happened, you wouldn't.
I would be afraid if I lived in Chicago, getting stabbed and shot.
And this is the thing. What's happening in Chicago is the result of what's happened over the last, few years, which who was running the White House when all the shit really did go to shit in Chicago?
Well, and I'll tell you, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about all this racist bullshit nonsense, calling back to the Confederacy and all that kind of bullshit. That was so many 100 years ago.
Yeah.
I am so sick and tired of it.
And Damien,
they have nothing else going for them.
No, this wouldn't be mayor if this shit was true. I'm sick of Whoopi Goldberg going out there and saying this shit. It's like, bitch, you wouldn't be Whoopi Goldberg if that shit was true.
No. But they should tell me they're just pawns of a certain
it's all good
narrative. They're not even real people.
No,
and Damien, I got to give him an out. He wants out.
Oh, his girlfriend's
it's all good.
calling.
I'm going to sleep, so it's all good.
He's got to go
have
cuddle.
a great night. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I was here for almost 2 hours.
No, I get it. It's all good.
I usually stay for about 2 hours, and then
I know. I'm just teasing.
I know it's okay. I'll see you guys next week.
Why are you
brother.
gay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, it's all good. Have a good night, guys.
See you,
everybody. Cheers, man.
Or a subpoena, I'm always going to stand up for the interests of working people, and I will not
No,
be
you're not.
intimidated by some weak individual who won't stand up to an individual who believes he's a supreme being right now. You're worried about Chicago? Look in your front yard. We have a president right now who is obfuscating his responsibilities that should be very clear based upon the Constitution.
People really need to stop using AI to do subtitles
of the United States.
Yeah, it doesn't do a very good job with subtitles.
Now, they want to have a real discussion about undocumented individuals who are.
Who wants a real discussion? The only thing that I want to ask when it comes to illegal aliens, and that's what they're actually should be called, is how quick can we get them out of here?
I don't care if they're a criminal or not. They're here illegally. Exactly.
Yeah, you're illegally here. Get the out.
Criminals. They should look
at
the very individuals who enslaved my people. And
oh, Jesus Christ! There we fucking go.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is.
God.
Oh, let me roll it back a little bit. Hold on. Let's roll back.
I am so sick of hearing that shit. So sick of it. My family didn't even move here till after all that shit.
Right? Most people. Yeah.
Of undocumented individuals who are criminals, they should look at the very individuals who enslaved my people and colonized this land.
I don't care about colonizing the land. We conquered it and we bought some of it. Get the
literally, if it wasn't for those people conquering the land, you wouldn't hold the title you have now. You entitled little shit.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, I don't care, man.
English right now, wearing a suit, talking in front of a microphone. Literally everything about you, aside from your skin color, is a product of Europe. Shut up, you ungrateful
Thank
peasant.
you.
That is so true.
Thank you. I'm so sick of this shit.
I hate these people that they are in unbelievable positions of power and all they do is bitch. Shut the fuck up and do your job, you son of a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I remember when men used to be men and women used to be women. It didn't matter what color skin they were. They just struggled to
Back
thrive,
in
period.
1965.
Right?
Listen, we conquered this land fair and square with bullets and the flu.
You're starting to sound like John Wayne. You better stop.
You got to deal with it. We won fair and square. Well, it wasn't really fair, but instead of living like,
well, we were just more technologically advanced.
And
That's
using
called
bow and arrows, you should have built some guns in that time period or something. You probably wouldn't have been conquered.
So
I hate to tell you, every civilization was somebody who was conquered before.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, that's the thing they always just kind of overlook. It's like
there's a picture I have here that is extremely basic. It says, "Dear conquered peoples, the history of humanity is one of constant conflict and competition for resources like land, food, water, and women. You whine about the fact that Europeans were better and are better at this contest than any other race of men in the world. You losers want us to regret being better at conquest and exploration than you were. You want apologies and reparations from people who were stronger and smarter than you, who unequivocally won. We are not sorry. We owe you nothing. Deal with it."
Right? It's just the sore losers that are bitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
you didn't want to assimilate. Sorry.
God, I wish the Aztec Empire was still going so that
Romans
so that we'd still have all
everything.
that child sacrifice shit going on.
Thanos
They just
is
roll
right.
you down a they just roll you down.
What
a
have the
fucking
Romans
thing.
ever done for us?
Take your heart out and throw you down a body, like roll you down the thing into a bunch of trash. Yeah, well, that sounds like a real great civilization.
Yeah.
The people of Chicago will not be intimidated or threatened by any individual who is unwilling to look in their own front yard of where the real threat to our democracy lies. Thank you all very much.
Yeah, their own front yard they can't walk out in because they might get hit by stray bullets.
In that entire minute and a half, this is all I heard. Flash, if you would.
Verse 1. In the beginning.
Oh, why?
That's all I heard. In the
What's this?
beginning. Have you not seen this before?
I don't know what this
In
is.
in the beginning.
Is he reading Genesis?
He can't read the word now I can't say it. Beginning.
Is this the Bible?
Beginning. He can't say the word beginning.
Is he trying to read Genesis?
You can't read anything.
Maybe.
In the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning. In the beginning.
This has got to be fake.
This is fake.
That's not
fake.
It's not the first time he's fucked
Well,
up.
it's not his first language either, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
That's
who that
what I
is?
heard coming from that other guy.
And Jeremiah Habry for 20 says, "Tom, I found."
Oh yeah, that's he sent me the thing I just sent you in the back here.
Cowboy Bebop, cancel that anime. Cancel it.
Yeah, there's a
Thank
kid
you.
in that
That
one
clip
too.
you just
isn't
played, you know who that is?
Like
He was the prime minister or something of like, I don't know, some African country.
Yeah, mine.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah, he was South Africa's former president.
Oh, there you go. In the beginning.
The guy who can't read was the president of a nation. He was under 700 counts of corruption.
Wait, so English is his first language?
I don't think language is his first language.
I don't think he speaks. Speaks what? Just in general.
That's why I put it on Spoon. You were like, oh my god, like This is supposed to
It's
represent
like whenever I see this kind of shit, I'm like, you people have no idea how racist I actually am, and it's completely justified.
And for the love of God, put us on the side right now, Flash, for all the men in the chat and some of the women.
Oh yeah.
Who is this?
This is Lois Lane.
Oh wow.
Not a bad
This
dress,
is what Jeremy wanted us to play, or Jeremiah.
You know, we're living in a moment of so much turmoil, both here, abroad. There's a lot of challenges for everybody in all different pockets of the world right now. And, you know, for a lot of the complaints that people have sometimes about superhero movies, at their core, they're about the goodness of people and how good we can be to each other.
What did she say?
How the pursuit.
The goodness of people.
I just want to. No, you don't have to replay it. I'm just saying. Can she back up a little bit?
I know, right? God damn it. Pan down. There's plenty of
No, I
headspace.
saw that picture. She has beautiful breasts.
Yeah. Anyway, she says something really good here.
How the pursuit of truth and justice really are the American way. And that.
You know, Mackie could have said something like that, but he didn't.
Yeah.
I like Lois Lane.
Dear cameraman, the woman does not wear a dress like that so you don't stare, or so that you stare her neck.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Pan it down
like,
just a little.
Pan down.
We'll come back to this. I don't even know what this is. What is this? I don't even know what's going on here.
She's talking about truth, justice, and the American way, and it's about those milkers, baby.
I see. I got you.
That's the American way. We're all about big breasts and big guns.
Oh God.
I made a video on this because it's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. So I hate Chuck Schumer. I can't stand him.
But you know, he reminds me of. He looks like the G-Man from Half-Life.
I just hate how he wears his glasses. Either put them on all the way or take them off, you weirdo. I just can't stand him. But he defends
looks
the
like
IRS.
a Muppet.
Listen to it. Who had it on their card that they would be defending the IRS?
The same that are pissed off about you said. It's like somebody audited and told you somebody's stealing a bunch of your money. They're pissed at Elon for telling you that somebody stole a bunch of your money.
No, that's 100% correct. Yeah. Oh, there he is. I was wondering if we were going to be able to do the Kanye West segment today.
I'm so happy that we are.
Well, you got to read those tweets. You can't do it. It'll be racist, but if you read them, we'll get a pass.
I can even get you some music for it.
It'll be less racist.
Not much of a pass you'll get, but we'll see.
There you go. I even got you some music to sing to.
This is the thing with all of this stuff in regards to what's being found out is these people are obviously scared of being found out how much they've been paid through the back end of all of this crap.
Oh, it's insane, man. I love all this corruption coming out. I think it's been fantastic.
So do I. I want to see the same thing happen here. Please, Elon, come to Australia and save Australia.
We also know this is just the beginning. If Doge attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow.
Of course.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration.
Good.
That's
all
the biggest
of those
thing.
need to be
That's what
fucking
people
audited.
voted. That's what 80% of your country voted for.
Every last one of those needs to be audited.
The IRS getting shut down is like my dream.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I hate paying taxes. Hate paying taxes.
I bet you $5 the only one that you're going to find that isn't going to have shenanigans with money in it is going to be the Postal Service, and you're going to find out that they've been running on nothing.
Well, yeah, they lose a lot of money because
Yes.
of Amazon and stuff.
All kinds of shit, yeah, because of stupid deals they've made.
I don't have an intro for Riot yet, really.
We need to make
You know, a lot of people ask why. Why treat the customer this way? Why? Because that's why.
That'll be his intro.
That almost works. You should
I thought you were going to play the dancing man with the chicken.
Oh, hell no.
If Doge attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration. They could be next.
All of them.
The IRS thing, though, is the wildest shit. Saying it out loud, Chuck. You're saying it out loud.
Well, this is the other
that.
thing too, is especially due to the fact that they have actually revealed what one part has actually been wasting money on. why wouldn't we want to investigate all parts that taxpayers' dollars are going to and investigate them and see where the actual money's going? It's ridiculous for them to come out and even try and defend it because they're admitting corruption. They're admitting, and they're basically admitting that they're a part of the corruption. If you want to hide this stuff, you're admitting guilt as far as
why do you think Biden needed so many pardons and such widespread pardons? Because the corruption runs so damn deep, dude. It's not even like
verbal riot. She's swearing off white men. You might be able to step in.
This happens a lot.
I was gonna say this ain't. I don't think verbal has a problem with this.
In my DMs, who was just like, "If only you didn't hate on Trump, then maybe I could show you a good time." Stay away from me, white man!
Whoa, we will.
Wow.
We were based on that getting on the chair.
Hey, you know what? We don't want her either.
Did you ever see that? Remember that video where they're like, she's like she had like black only or something, and some black guy's on, and he's like, yeah, on behalf of the black people, we don't want anything to do with her. We're going to pass her off to the Hispanic community.
I love that one. Yeah. The Hispanic community hereby passes. Yeah.
And then eventually comes full circle and they give it back to the whites.
No, verbal. You don't understand. Us white men, we do like it sometimes when they pull that shit, and then they get over real bad by a couple of black men, and they come running back to us, and we're like, you had your shot.
You know, I can't speak to it myself, but because I've never beat a woman. You know, imagine that.
Well, it's not so much that; it was just them over, right? Like,
oh yeah, no,
a bunch
of course,
of kids and all kinds of other shit and debt and everything else. It's not just black men that do it either. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it's just funny when they do that. It's like swear off white men.
Well, yeah, because for them, it's a fetish thing, man. Like it's all that stuff is cringe. You know what I mean? Like when someone says "I only date," it's like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
I'll date it if it's got a
you don't have to date
vagina.
Most of us go. We'll only date whoever will give us a chance.
Yeah, men are like, you got a vagina, you got a pulse. Okay, we're good.
But no, when it's like a fetish thing, though, when it's like, hey, if it's like a black woman saying, hey, I only date Latino men, or if it's like a white woman saying, I only date black men, it's like it's a fetish thing, and it's weird.
Right. It is fetishizing. You're not wrong.
The biggest thing that has come out this week, and I hope this is real, this shutting down the Department of Education would be amazing.
And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't
We're already
do worse.
paying for it.
We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom.
He's right.
We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much.
I what a fascist closing down, making government smaller. What a fascist.
Well, that's how they're going to spin it.
It's like the opposite of.
I hope they do, because that's how I can identify who's retarded and who knows all about government.
Oh, dude, we've gone way past retarded, man. I mean,
I know it's.
We're talking about the left. We've gone way past retarded.
The one thing I will say
these
about
people
this,
believe a woman can have a dick.
Yeah, but the scathing corruption of this kind of level, I feel like anyone paying attention to this who says that they want any kind of government services after this, I can just immediately dismiss as a pillock who knows nothing about anything. Like,
this chick is so
completely irrelevant.
Sorry, Spoon. I didn't mean to interrupt you. She's just very cute.
Trump always gets cute press secretaries. Yeah, remember the one he had before? She was like a lawyer. She was quick.
She was hot, though.
Yeah, she was hot.
I reckon the other one was hot, and this one's cute. I agree.
The one before, but she was good too, because she was like real quick witted.
Yeah, Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah,
this one though is really quick witted as well. I find. I don't know if you saw that one where she jumps in and goes, "Everybody, just calm down. Like, okay, go talk." And she
I like when she was going off about you said
situation.
and shit like that, and she's like, as a taxpayer, I know that's not how I'd want my tax money spent. Like, cutting off the
And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the
Yeah, this USAID shit has been wild. Wild, man. Like, so much corruption in that department. They're all fired now. I think most of them, other than the plan is to keep 100 people out of 3,000.
Wow. So much
Did
waste.
you see the Pakistani or whatever it was, Sesame Street? Did you see that?
Yeah, I
Penny
did.
Johnson shared it. Yeah.
long list
Ridiculous.
of crap that this administration is cutting. Federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala,
The
$6
fuck?
million to fund tourism in Egypt.
Why are we funding tourism in Egypt?
I don't know if people notice this, but that's not where that money is going.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
No,
Yeah.
no, clearly
No,
not.
That's the cover story.
Yeah, that's the cover.
Yeah, I
That's what
know,
I was
sure,
saying.
but-
Like, this is the shell game that I was talking about with Disney earlier.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's just
But this is
embarrassing
the
that
thing.
it's so juvenile of a title that no one looks and goes, do you maybe think this is, I don't know, bullshit?
Well, the problem is, Spoon, is that they come out and they go, "Oh, 6 million, that's nothing in comparison to the 4 trillion that we're in debt." Like, that's nothing.
4
6
trillion.
million
It's like 30 something.
or whatever it is, you know. I'm just saying, like, they start arguing the fact that this is a drop in the bucket. Why can't we put 6 million towards this stuff? Why can't we do this? But then the problem is that
Because
they
we're
ignore the fact-
crumbling as a society. That's why.
But they also ignore the fact that when you add all of this stuff up, you're adding it up to billions upon possibly hundreds of billions, if not going into trillions of dollars of waste. It's ridiculous.
20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq.
20 million.
Yet ours has
4.5
gotten
million
canceled,
to
by the way. I
combat
don't know if you guys knew that.
disinformation in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I
they have,
did hear
they have a
about
bunch
that.
of gay
On and on.
characters on there anyway now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not so like upset about it or anything. I just think it's kind of ironic.
And I'm
Isn't Big Bird gay now?
He's dead. The real
every
Big
single
Bird's
one of
dead.
you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like
Transparency.
this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything, and in the
She's
last
so
4 years, the federal
awesome.
government did
Yeah.
nothing to help them. This
She's
president
so
will continue
awesome.
to put Americans first, and I think the successes of this week so far speak to that. And it's only Wednesday.
only
So I'll
Wednesday.
see you guys later this week, and we'll see.
She's
you next week.
awesome.
That's what I loved
Yeah,
about. Did you
I like
see
her.
Elon's tweet where he put out there? He's like, he did the clip from the Simpsons movie where it's like, "This is the most corrupt thing I've ever seen in my life." He's
Yeah.
like, "It's the most corrupt thing so far."
Another cool thing that he's been doing is just ripping everybody's security clearances away. He took Joe's away. Why did he even need one? I never understood this.
Well, didn't they do the same thing to Trump?
They
right
did.
After he was, I was going to say,
They
yeah.
did. But it's
But
not like
see,
you can
that-
step back into the role. You're done. Like, I
But
don't
see, for Joe, there's a good reason to, because
He
of the
doesn't know where the
dimension.
he is.
Yeah, exactly. He'll sell those things in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for a corn dog, dude.
Yeah.
Corn dogs where?
This is a
Where?
all this shit going on, coming out of like this stuff, turning away qualified air traffic controllers based on their race, all kinds of shit
And we
coming out.
wonder
Like,
why
did
there's
you
been
see
so many crashes lately.
they were
Do
trying
know,
to
guys,
get
that is racism for sake. You're turning people away so that you can bring in the minority people, right? But they're not qualified. That is racist. And they go and say, "Oh, you're going to fire all these people and bring in all the white people."
it's not
or
just
whatever.
it's not just the
You're
race
racist.
thing. They were also looking for people with like serious neurodivergencies,
Really?
people with impaired vision.
Oh yeah,
If you have impaired vision.
It covered the bases.
Yeah, if you have impaired vision, you have no business being.
There's a
in
reason why
air
these,
traffic,
I was going to say there was a
Imagine
reason
trying to
why
read-
these standards were put in place in the first place.
right?
Imagine trying to read a radar when you're half blind.
Yeah, let's hire a blind pilot. There
Well,
you
it's
go.
like they're muddying the whole thing with that Black Hawk thing too, right? Like the one pilot, was she a DEI hire or not? Because she worked for the Biden office for years, but yet she was on this plane, this Black Hawk, and this. Did you hear about all that shit? Like, I don't know what's going on there with that, but like, Yeah, it's like, come on, guys,
Well,
give me
there's
a
also
break.
now a massive conspiracy behind that because they removed all her social media accounts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the
Everything.
truth is, so I don't want to get too deep into it. But yeah,
Mr. Burger.
Oh, you need another shot, Flash.
Mr. Burger for 20. A black guy says, black folks, stop bitching. There are 2 million black millionaires in the USA. They found a way to work the system and become successful. Black people, no victim mindset. The world don't owe you shit. Work hard and get it.
shit. Most of the black people I knew growing up were some of the hardest workers. Same thing with some of the Mexicans I knew growing up.
Taker 610 for 20 says, those who hate Elon have to admit they hate African Americans and immigrants. Great job, Schumer. Maybe the government efficiency task force will audit the government. Schumer just inciting Elon's erection. It's true. What's up, Mexican Iron Man?
My
says, shockingly, I don't want my indigenous lands back. I prefer my white man drywall, working indoor AC and heat and asphalt versus living in a teepee down by the river fighting bear for salmon. Hashtag Team
I'm
Cracker.
coming out to your place here sooner or later.
Well, Mexicans didn't live in teepees. I'm talking about the Native Americans.
The Native Americans.
He can't tell the difference.
Oh, Mage Demon for Australian 50. Love this stream, but I'm curious, when is Spoon going to do his IRL backflip and film it? Spoon, my beloved, my precious, my brother in memes, please, please, please do it, pussy. Love you. Please love all you cunts. Rhino, I loved you. And Houses Lowell.
I love how he went from begging to pussy.
I know who he's talking about too. I need to show you now.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So this non-binary man outlines his escape plan
He
from
should
the
have to
Trump
turn in his beard.
concentration camps.
Yes.
With concentration camps looming in the United States, here's what queer people are doing. Yes, I said concentration camps. You can MAGA. We are getting a go bag ready. We are getting all of our documents ready. So driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, passport. Now, if you have to revert your passport and your documents.
Which gender will you be putting on your passport, sir?
And I thought they were racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all about documentation now.
He likes it now.
Now he has his papers.
Said.
Papers, please, sir.
Gender identities that you were born with, do so.
His fucking
I'm allowed to do
fingernails
so
wanna
with
make
my
me puke.
driver's license that says X on it in the state that I'm in. I'm going Monday to revert that to.
Wait, Exxon, is he a mobile station? What?
No.
Gender
Like
assigned at
ExxonMobil?
birth. So, the next step, we're going to have a go bag with shoes, clothes for 7 days, dehydrated food, think astronaut food for 7 days. We're going to have $1,000 cash or prepaid credit card on hand. And this is just for the emergency. This isn't for permanency. This is for a week of getting by off the grid. We're going to have anything ready for the pets that we're taking with us.
Off the grid, but have a
put
debit
some
card?
cat-
Did he just say that? They want to be off the grid, but they want to have debit cards
and a cell phone.
They're prepaid, though.
You know, cell phone's paying every time you hit a tower, you dumbass.